and it's Wednesday again. And so this is episode 3 of our series regarding real estate markets in other states and other cities. And today we are exploring the Portland area in Oregon. And this is a dear friend of mine, Ardi Sachdev, with the Residential Realty Northwest. And I have actually worked with Ardi directly. We have purchased investment properties before ourselves, about 3-4 years ago. And so she's an expert. She's been doing this for a long time, and I'll let her tell us what are her areas of expertise and how long she's been doing this. Hi, Ardi.
Good morning, Sean. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's so nice to see you.
Of course, of course. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and then what areas in the Portland area do you see?
Yeah, absolutely. I have been doing this a long time now. I was thinking about it, and it's actually been 19 years.
Oh, wow. Very good.
Yeah. So, because I've done this for so long, Portland isn't that big. So we're fortunate that we really can work all the different areas out here.
Yeah.
But over, I would say, probably the last 10 to 15 years, most of my business now comes from the west side.
Okay.
So I really specialize in areas like Hillsborough, Beaverton, Southwest Portland, Lake Oswego. The whole Southwest Portland side is where I do most of my business. Bethany areas in Northwest Portland.
Right, great neighborhood.
But, when I started 18 years ago, I was trained over on the east side.
Okay.
So I know those areas really well as
Perfect.
well. Yeah.
Okay.
So I can work Irvington or Selwood or Alameda or East
Nice.
Moreland. Those areas have always been so hot, even back then, and that still continues to be the trend.
Yes, very good. Yeah. Okay, so let me find out from you. I know that when we were purchasing, there was a big slew of people migrating from Northern California to Oregon, especially Portland area, Hillsborough, Beaverton, Wilsonville, So tell me, is that migration is still happening? Do you see that? What other states, they're migrating from? What are the demographics?
Yeah, so we do still see a lot of influx coming in from California.
Yeah.
I think there's some very obvious reasons for that. But what we're finding is that it's not just states coming in, like from California, but we also have a general population of the millennials that are very attracted to Portland as well.
Yes.
We're very green, we're very walkable, we're very trendy, we have wonderful restaurants, we have local breweries, we have wineries.
Yes.
There's a great outdoor area to explore here. One of the best things I think is that if you live around the Portland area or the vicinity, you're only about an hour and a half away from the Oregon coast and the beaches.
It's true. Yeah.
And you're also very close to the mountains. So the recreational part of like the skiing, snowboarding, all of that, that's all out there and available for people to do.
And you guys actually have some great companies that have, large campuses and big employers that are tech or, so tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. And, things haven't changed that much from when you guys were buying property here from that standpoint. Yeah. Intel is still huge here from our technology sector. And then we, of course, are also the hub for a lot of the sportswear companies. So we are the corporate headquarters for Nike, which has beautiful campuses here. Also for Adidas, Columbia. We also now have Under Armour here. We have Keen here. So we really have a lot of the sportswear industry here as well.
Perfect. That sounds good. Yeah, they're really good for employment. Tell me really quickly, what is the median price of a single family home? You know, like a three
Sure.
bedroom, you know, an average. And then what's the median price for a townhome or condo?
Yeah, so you know, even with COVID and everything, our prices still have continued to go up. So our median sales price went up almost 7%, and it is at about 438,000.
Is that from 2019?
From 2019,
Okay.
yes. Now,
Okay.
our average sales price is higher than that, and our average is at 492,000. And that also is about a 7% increase over last year.
Very good. And that's a single family home.
And those are single family homes. Now, condos, of course, are less expensive.
Yeah.
And so our, let me see, I think the median price for condos right now is at about 290,000.
Okay, very good. And can you tell us what are the HOAs run about? Just on an average.
You know, it depends so much on the building and what's available.
How old it is.
Yeah, and you know, you can see HOAs as low as something as like $250 for the entire year. HOAs as high as like $500, $600, up to $800 a month, depending on the building, the amenities, the location. Is it the heart of downtown? You know, what are we looking at?
Perfect. Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
One other question. Tell us a little bit about taxes. Okay. What is the sales tax there? What is the property taxes? And then if you know by any chance whether Social Security, you know, for people that might be, I know that a lot of millennials are moving down there, but also for retirees, you know, how are they being taxed, if you know?
Yeah, and I think our taxes, Sean, overall are going to be lower than California taxes. But to just give you some averages, our property taxes run right about 1% of the assessed value, not necessarily the market value, but the assessed value.
Right, exactly.
And it depends on the county. So if you're in the heart of downtown and you want to be in Portland per se, that's Multnomah County, and Multnomah is right at around 1%. Washington County actually ends up being about 1.1%. And then if you're looking at like Lake Oswego and those areas, which are in Clackamas County, that also is at about 1.1%.
Perfect.
So those are the property taxes. Now, if we are looking at the state income taxes here, sales tax, that whole situation. So what's unique about Oregon is that we don't have a sales tax.
Right. Yeah.
So Washington has sales tax, but they don't have an income tax.
Right.
You guys have all three.
Yeah, we do. California has all sorts of taxes. That's why people are moving. Even though I love living here, I would, you know, but So no sales tax, and the income tax obviously is about.
We have income tax, and our income tax runs at about, you know, it's that range, so that part of your income is taxed at anywhere between 5 to 9.9%.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. That sounds good. And then one last thing, tell us a little bit about investment properties. So if somebody wants to invest in that, you know, in those areas and some of the newer communities that are building, I know that we purchased one in a brand new community, and honestly, it felt, we have an area here called Ladera Ranch with all the, you know, roundabouts and everything. That one was the one, you know, seemed attractive. So tell us a little bit about investment, you know, what are the rents maybe running, if, you know, type of thing. Yeah, and you know, so I think right now, like specifically right now, the challenge in finding rentals is just that our inventory levels are really, really low. We are at historically low inventory levels with only a month of inventory on hand. Yeah.
You know, it's still a great time to buy. Even having said that, though, just because the interest rates are so low, as you're so aware, right?
Yeah.
So the challenge just becomes is that, you know, how do you acquire a property right now in this market? And definitely new construction as an investment is always, is a good way to go because we have so many families that want to be renting that new construction. So we have planned communities here. A lot of our new construction, as you are aware, you bought a polygon home, right?
Yes.
In Villebois, in Wilsonville. Yeah. So they've created a lot of neighborhoods that are very similar to that, where you have beautiful new construction.
Yeah, beautiful homes new school,
Exactly. Homes of many sizes, right? From attached townhomes to larger single family homes.
Exactly.
They're very small lots.
They are. We were very surprised, yes.
They're really close together, but what they did instead is they built these beautiful parks.
Yeah.
And playgrounds and walking trails
and bike paths. It's crazy, yeah.
Exactly. And often there's also like a combined a shared swimming pool, a clubhouse. So there's really nice amenities, and it's very walkable and very friendly for your kids and your pets.
Yeah.
And so we are seeing a lot of those going up in the suburban areas.
Okay. And have the rents gone up, Artie, at all, or no?
It depends on the county. Some areas rents came down a little bit last year. Other areas rents have increased.
Okay.
But overall, we still have a very strong rental market as well.
And you guys have some regulations, I believe, on how much the rent can go up. Is that correct? I know that Oregon is a little bit more, liberal in those terms. So
that is true. Yeah. And obviously, if we have any clients that are interested in that, we help them getting all of that information so they can make very educated decisions about where they want to purchase,
right,
and how that looks for them.
Okay. But you see an influx of people actually purchasing for investment.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. That's anything else you want to tell us about your area, real estate? You want to share.
You touched a little bit about people that are downsizing too.
Yeah. Or retirement home.
Right.
Retirement communities.
So the trend really, I think, Sean, for that is that people are tending to move a little bit away from the city and into the suburb areas. That's what we're seeing. Reason for that is some of the suburban areas have very established neighborhoods that have been around for a long time. So they have single level homes on larger lots.
Yes.
So what's difficult to find is new construction that's single level.
Yes.
So therefore, a lot of the people that are trying to downsize or retire, they're looking for single level homes, right?
Yes.
So they're going more to some of the suburban areas to find those.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the direction that we're seeing the older communities wanting to go.
Yes.
Yes. That's what we're noticing.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Artie. Really appreciate it. If you guys who's watching, if you need her information, she's an amazing agent. Like I said in my other interviews, I only interview people that I know, and I know they're really good and they're aggressive, but also very fair. So if you need her information, please DM me. Or text me, and I would love to share that information with you guys. And Artie, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do this. It's always so fun to see you. And of course, I would love to help any of your friends or family. And even if people are just curious, about Portland and want information, I've been here for such a long time. Be happy to answer people's questions.
Perfect. I think that's always the first step.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be afraid. I know a lot of people are afraid of talking to agents because they feel like they're going to be trapped. But Artie is very good about just giving information willingly whenever you're ready or you're not.
Yeah. No. And it's always fun to learn about different cities and know what your options are, especially if you are in a situation where you're looking to either make a move and trying to decide where to go, or if you're looking for making an investment. So just always happy to share that.
Sounds great. Well, happy holidays, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, thanks. much, Sean.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays to you as well. Bye-bye.